And please keep it going for JaneGideon. JaneGideon. Yeah. Hi, Jane.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, great. So most kids have posters on their walls of their heroes like athletes or musicians or something. My daughter has posters of dictators, like Lenin, Stalin, Mao. These are the people we're talking about. She has been studying how to manipulate people on a massive level since I can remember. And my friend met her not too long ago, and he described the meeting like this. She was very nice and polite, but she had this aura of intimidation around her, and that if she had told him that before he left he had to clean the house top to bottom, he would have been like Scooby-Doo and just gone, okay, and done it. So I tell you this because when my ex-husband and I got divorced, we were told that we should be careful because kids might try to pit us against each other. So my son is like the UN peacekeepers. He's fine. He's benign and he means well. But he wasn't going to be trouble. It was her. It was the girl we were going to have to watch out for. Now, like any tyrant, she sometimes uses her power for good because you want to win over the people. And so, for example, when my son broke his leg, and he broke it big time in a soccer game, like I saw my child's bone, like the skin came out. It was bad. But when he had to go to school in a wheelchair, she was very fiercely protective of him and made sure nobody bumped into him, and that was all good. So, but then there's the dark side. So, back in middle school, so she gets in trouble and sent to the principal's office for getting in an argument with a friend. And she knows that her best play at this point is a sympathy card. And sitting there in the principal's office, she has this epiphany that she could play this card that is so powerful, it would not only get her out of the trouble right now, but it could possibly give her a free pass for the whole of middle school. And that was this. She said, "But you don't understand how bad my home life is. My father beats my brother." Okay, now, you see what she did there? Because she's the all-powerful dictator, so she cannot be accused of being a victim. It's got to be her brother. So she sets up her brother. So I get the call from CPS, and they say, "Someone has accused your ex-husband of beating your children." And I said, "That would be my daughter." And I'm sure they expected us to come down on each other, and me to use this opportunity to pounce on him, but we had made a NATO-like collective defensive alliance against her a long time ago because, so if one parent is attacked, the other parent has to come in and defend because if she takes out one of us, the other one's right behind him. So I say there is no merit to this accusation. And then I call him and I say, CPS is going to call you because your daughter accused you of child abuse. And he was so calm about it. I mean, he is like the best dad. He was like, she's a kid. She doesn't understand what she's done. It'll be fine. I'm an adult. I can take care of it. So between the two of us, we pretty much convinced CPS that everything is okay. But there's one more interview to do, and that would be my son, who has just returned to school from a soccer accident. And so waiting in the CPS, or in the room, is CPS to interview this child about child abuse. And he comes rolling in his wheelchair, leg up, still bruised and battered, and I'm thinking, oh my God, the timing, it's brilliant. I mean, she's like some Game of Thrones criminal mastermind level strategy here that she picked this moment for this incriminating evidence. And it took the principals and the coaches and the people who had actually witnessed the soccer game to convince CPS that this had not been done by his father, but in fact, it was a soccer accident. So I had to pick her up from school that day. And I show up and I'm like, "Listen, little Miss A." I'm not as patient as him. I was like, "Listen, child abuse is a serious issue, and there are children who actually need protection from these people, and you selfishly took them away today. Now you have to decide what kind of person you are, because your dad is a stay-at-home dad. He volunteers at school. He's with you every day, and he even defends you when you accuse him of horrible things. So you have to decide if you're going to be the kind of person that stands up for just yourself, or if you're going to help others." And she's all mad, and we go home, and it's a switch night, so her dad's coming to pick her up soon. And so she's pouting over dinner, and he rings the doorbell. And she marches over, and she throws open the door, ready to say protest, and she sees him, and she just starts sobbing. I'm so sorry, Daddy. I don't know why I did it. And, of course, he forgives her because he already had. So I fast forward to today. She's a student at the University of London, where she is studying creative writing and drama so that she can channel all those world domination fantasies into her fiction. And while she was home for the summer, she actually helped me go around and collect food donations from restaurants in the area for the victims of the Mission fires. And she was quite successful, I think, because they were terrified of her. And her dad and I still have our NATO-like collective defense alliance. And we haven't, like NATO, we haven't had to use it in a while, but it's still there, just in case. Thank you.